Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Omar from the Bullish Bears team. It's Saturday, June 24th, 2017, 2:43 p.m. in the afternoon, and I wanted to make a video building my watch list for Monday. And I also want to talk about an indicator that I've been back testing for a while, and it's fantastic for longing for like quick pops. There's no guarantees in any of this, and you always want to, chart your stock and do your due diligence, but the probability setup on this one indicator that I've been using on a 5-minute time frame has been like killer for longing. First I'll build my watch list, and then I'll talk about the actual indicator. This is my watch list for Friday, and we're gonna build our watch list for Monday. So we're gonna go to scan. We look for stocks between 20 cents and $30. Let me pull up my here it is. Nightly scan biggest movers, scan, and here we go. I don't know what's going on. Did it pull it up? Load, nightly scan, big movers. Here we go. All right, now hit scan. I don't know what's going on, but this is the actual scan. It should pop up the stocks. I don't know why it could be my internet that's acting up. Sometimes it acts up, but it should give us a whole bunch of plays. I don't know why. Let me go back to it, hit scan again. It's just waiting for results. I have no idea what's going on, but that's okay because this is the actual scan here, nightly scan biggest movers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a watch list. So we're gonna click create watch list. We're gonna put Monday's date, which is 6/26/17. We're gonna hit save, and we're going to go to scan. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're gonna go to charts. It's still doing that, and we're gonna start building our watch list for Monday. So here we go. First, we have AVEO. AVEO was one of these stocks that went parabolic. Pre-market went from 76 cents, 73 cents, went to a high of 127. Kind of came down, found its support at 105, and then continued its run up. Continued to have its run up all the way to 138 before we had that nice crack and wash. I saw this on the run, and there was short shares available to short this with Centerpoint. I don't know. I didn't have the patience to watch it. I wish I would have, because this is the type of stock that I could have shorted, and I could have took maybe it had a lot of volume. I could have took a 5,000-10,000 share position on this and really did well. It's holding its highs. It's overextended. So sometimes you have multiple days. I'll definitely looking to see if there's shares available to short on Monday. So this will be on my watch list. Again, you should always look, see where it's been over the last year. So look how overextended this is. This is a stock that generally trades in the 70-cent range, and it's way above that. Look at that gap fill. It's going to come back down. So everybody's going to be looking to short this Monday. But you may get another pop. Who knows? If you want to get a sense of what it's done over a longer time frame, you can always come and you can check, a few years. So let's say I want to do like 5 years. I can check for the 5-year time frame, and we can just do 5 years, and look at that. So this stock has, it at one time it did get up to that 350 range and came back crashing down, but so it does have a history. In 2015 it had a pop, and over the last 5 years, later in 2014 it hit a high of 181. So it hasn't been there in a long time, but it's had that range before. Do I think it's gonna go up? Who knows? Doubt it, but we'll see. So I'll put it on my watch list, just to keep it on watch. Next up, FNCX. FNCX is not dog shit. It's not not a ton of volume. Probably wasn't traded much. Next, AREX. AREX had this crazy spike at the end of the day. It just really went, literally 1 minute went from 2 to 253 to 281, and then sort of washed and then popped after hours. Probably with some news. I don't know. You see, look, it just started running, riding the 13 EMA on the 5-minute, and then just went crazy. So we'll see what happens. I'll put it on the watch list because it's volatile, and we'll see if there's shares available. Maybe it keeps running, but again, you always want to look, where is it at in the 5-year time frame? 1-year time frame. Where's the next resistance point? So it looks like the next resistance point is 2 high 285, so it's right at that resistance point, and the next one after that is 288, and then there's a lot of resistance all the way to $3. So I don't know if this is gonna keep moving up. Probably a pull back, but we'll keep it on watch for Monday. Let's keep going. CEI had this pop up to 28 cents and kind of gave it back, and now it's moving. It was 16 cents, so this can continue as long it's gonna continue up over the next several days. We'll see. But I'm not gonna put that on a watch list. Next up is Cool. Cool had this crazy move. It was $18 5 days ago to $29. Wow, that's crazy. It had this little pullback, but it looks like it has more room to run. I don't know. I mean, look how overextended this is. This stock has had, a bunch of green days. Now, this is the 13 EMA on the yearly and the 20. I like, you usually want to see it bounce, kind of find support at the 13 EMA or the 20. You see how it kind of gaps up here, pulls back, touches the 13 EMA, gaps up, comes back, touches the 20, and then continues to run. So, you got to expect that at some point it's going to meet up, with one of these exponential moving averages. This will absolutely be on the watch list, but it's very volatile. It's one of these low float runners. So, the spread is crazy. I tend to stay away from them only because the spread sometimes be too far apart, and they're scary. They're scary to trade, so you got to be careful. Next up, EKSO. Very choppy. This is something 166 5 days ago. If you're looking at a stock like this, this is something that you look at for more of a swing trade. I don't know how much of a momentum trade you would take on this, but there is an indicator that I'll talk about at the end of this to help you find stocks to long. It's a cool indicator. It's simple. It works a lot. Like 90% of the time. I mean, literally, I'm not even bullshitting you guys. And I'll talk about it at the end. CVRS. CVRS is a stock that had this nice move up from at the open. You see it gapped up. Now, if I was looking at this, the 1 minute time frame, I would not be comfortable trading this because it's so choppy. You have no idea the direction of the stock is going. You have to look at a larger time frame. So you see this gap up, and you see this pullback here. Right here is that bull flag pullback on the 5 minute. If I was watching this would be my entry. And I'd ride this up. Looking, here's another pullback. It pulls back to VWAP, and then you can take another entry here using VWAP as your stop, because that's it's a VWAP bounce. It's one of those plays that I have on my PDF where I talk about patterns I trade. So I would have right here when flags back down to VWAP, this would have been an entry where you can continue up. And then it has this higher day doji, which is a great indecision sign. You see the reversal, and there's the wash. Now, is it gonna be on my watch list is the question. Maybe for me, I know you guys see I'm very short biased. If I'm looking at this, I'm looking maybe for a potential short, a wash back down to this range. It's over. Now, what you want to do is see on the yearly where it is. It's so overextended that I'm looking for a potential short. And it has the volume. So so many plays for Monday. The market was dead like Monday or Tuesday. It wasn't shit happening. This market's crazy. Every time you have one bad day, they think the changes happen. Then you see the market. We're like year 3 in a bull run. So I don't know. Everybody's thinking it's gonna reverse right away. Who knows? But we may have a few more years of this before we have a bear market. Believe it or not. ASND. ASND. No, this is crap. And I get questions. Well, how do you know? Look at this. This is choppy. This is dog shit. You don't know how to trade this. Even though I had 1 million shares, but traded, but you can't get no idea what the stock's gonna do. Cara was a great opportunity for short. I didn't like the spread, so I stood away from it. But man, it's such an easy short. Look at this. It gaps up. It has its range here, so you see it kind of like tops here. You see, let's do the drawing just so you can see why I love shorting. So, it has this move pre-market. So you got to expect people are going to take some profit. And they start doing at the market open, right? Finds a support level here, right? And then look, it gaps up, double tops right in here. Double tops. Right here was the perfect shorting opportunity at that double top. And you could have just watched. And I can't. I'm disgusted with myself. I'm disgusted with myself. But that was an easy opportunity to take a short on. Yeah. There. Yeah.
Oh, who's here?
Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the silver cleaner came.
Okay.
And then he came in, looked at the sofa, and he's like, "Oh, well, this won't be 100, and that won't be the special deal. This is a much bigger sofa. It'll be like 200." I'm like, "Now you can leave."
Yeah. Good. All right. Yeah, so my sofa was supposed to get cleaned. My girlfriend was going over it with me. Told him get the fuck out. Try to charge us more here. People are so grimy. So yeah, so is Kara gonna be in watches? Hell yeah, this thing has been crazy active. We'll see where it ends up Monday. This, if you look at the yearly, this is a stock that is, look how overextended it is. Look at that gap fill. You gotta expect for it to come back down. I mean, the 13 EMA is at 19. It's at 20. So hit a high of 23. I mean, it may continue to run, but you gotta think that it's gonna pull back some more. So doesn't mean that it's not gonna bounce. But it's gonna be volatile. GNIC, GLYC. Sorry guys. Let me pull up this thing had a crazy rip. And wait until I show you guys this indicator I've been talking about. You'll see stocks like this. You'll be able to make a long entry only if you catch it though, right when things happen. But look at it. This is a stock that it's a low float runner. Low float is a stock with 20 million or less shares available to trade. Actually, oh no, this is not a low float. I thought it was a low float before, maybe not, but it acts like a low float. It's very volatile, and you see here it has this little, when you see this, when you get this consolidation at the market, you get this ascending triangle breakout. Breaks the higher day, pops up on everybody's scanners. Everybody sees a former runner. You get the volume push, and the stock runs. And right here on this pullback, this is where I would have entered. But I like to enter stocks when they are pulled back to the 9 EMA. This is so choppy and so volatile that for me, a safe entry for me would have been. You see how this comes back down like a flag, this flag pattern, and you see how it comes back down and it touches right here the 9 and 20 EMA. Right here would have been an entry I would have took, but it's so volatile that you gotta be very, very careful when you trade these stocks. Is it gonna be at the watch list? Heck yeah, But if I'm watching this, I'm in and out fast. I mean, I'm looking to make 10, 20 cents, and I'm running because I'm so scared. I would probably be more focused on shorting it if I could, if there's shares are available. It's volatile, so it should be volatile Monday too. Next up, ECR. ECR, had this nice move. It's gapping up, but it's not really a momentum play for me, so I'm gonna keep it moving. CLSD, choppy. CRC had this, 4 million shares traded. Had this nice gap up, so you see the consolidation here. And stock's not going, bouncing off the previous day's close price. Once it breaks the high of day here, that's your trigger to get in. And you see it just rides the 9 EMA. So right here, you see how it pulls back to the 9 EMA? Right here would have been an entry, good entry for you, right here. All right, and you ride it up, and you see when you see the sideways consolidation like this, you're gonna get a push. You see how it flags? You see how it comes back all the way, and boom, pops up, and you get this buying pressure. Pops up on the high day scanners, and you get another run. So you got the high day breakout, that first pullback here. You got the second pullback here. Then you got a gap up. Then you got another consolidation, sideways consolidation entry, where you get that one more pop, pulls back and gaps up, and then you get the wash. So a couple of entry points here, but it's so volatile. You got to be careful when you trade these stocks. Had this nice wash, but bounces back, then washes again, and then rips into the close. So you gotta be careful on these plays. All right, yeah, it's pretty volatile, so I'll put it on my watch list. Let's keep going. ARTH, nope. DXH, nope. CLD, nope. Kind of choppy, washy. CENX, yeah, this is the one I shorted and actually made money on. Thank you, CENX. Had this nice move. It's continuing up. I shorted this again. Watch my previous video. I talk about what my short entry was, which was formed this head and shoulders pattern. I try to, I shorted it actually on the reversal on its way down. Right here is where I took my short entry, risking the high here, and I just watched it wash. It was nice, easy short, but it's up. And you can look at the yearly to see where it is. It had this crazy green day, went from 14 to 17. So this thing rips before it came all the way back down, and now it's had 2 green days. So it has a habit of having multiple green days. So let's see if it continues up. It's up over that $15 mark now. It hit a high of 15.30. It's at what is it? What did it close at? It's at 15.09. We'll see what happens come Monday. APPN. Let's put on the APPN. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I don't know what's going on, but this thing had a crazy rip on the 5-minute. You can see here, it ripped. And when I talk about this indicator, you're gonna love it, because this is the indicator that would make it an easy play for me. But it went to 1859. It's holding its highs. I'm gonna put on the watch list. I don't know why it's doing this, so we'll keep moving on. CBay, yeah, is another stock that I've traded before. It's dog shit company, but it's continuing to move up. Oops, sorry. It was at 511 over the last 5 days. It's at 482 on its low. It's at 560. I don't know. Maybe you may look at it for a swing trade, because this definitely ain't a momentum day trade. But keeps riding. Look, it keeps grinding up. So you can take a look at it for a potential trade on it. I don't like it, but you can look at it yourselves. BKS. Let's put this down. BKS now. Barnes and Noble now. Maybe a great short actually, but nah, I'm staying away. EPZM was, had this crazy move. And when I talk about my indicator, you're gonna see. Well, I'll give you a. So basically, I have these on the. This works on a 5-minute time frame. It's really great. But basically, when you have the 13 EMA cross over VWAP, it's almost like a sure thing for a pop. You don't know how it goes, but I'll review a lot of these stocks at the end. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about, and I'll share the how you can build it in thinkorswim. And then you can thank me. You can buy me some steak when you make some money. EPZM. Now, is it going to be on my watch list? Yes. EPZM. And, again, always look to see where it's been over the last year or the last month or whatever. It's kind of been holding this consolidation at $13 range. And look, you got the pop. So let's see. It has a lot of resistance all the way up. So I don't know how far this thing can go. But, I'll be watching it for sure. COLL. Let's go back to day 1 minute chart. Damn, it's doing this again. This thing was at $10 5 days ago. It's at $12.87. Here he goes, another example where the 13 EMA crosses over VWAP and you get a move up. Is it going to be on the watch list? Sure. It's holding its highs. Remember, I look for stocks that are holding their highs or had a big rip at the open, and expecting maybe stock pops for multiple days. Next up's DNR. Nope. FSM, yeah, look at this, had a nice rip. Look, if you think I'm bullshitting, look, 13 EMA crosses over VWAP, you get another run. I'm telling you guys, I've been studying this. I added this indicator probably like, I'm gonna say 3 months ago, and it consistently works. I mean, like a 90% of the stocks, you get that. As you can catch it, you get a pop. I mean, it's incredible how consistent it's been. FINL, look at this. This thing went from red to green and just had this crazy run. Just riding the 9 EMA. You have to be careful though, because there's not really. These are considered like micro bull flags, and you gotta be careful because you just don't want to chase a stock. But let's look at the 5-minute time frame. Let's see if we have that. Look what happens right here. Pre-market, 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. Look what you got. A fucking move up on the 5-minute time frame. Look what happens here again. It gets another pop. So right here, when it happens, this is at 13.47. It gets all the way to 14 bucks before you get the wash, and then it rips below. But look what happens again. It rips right above it. So we'll see. I mean, it's no guarantee. And you don't say, oh, it crosses over, so I'm just gonna hold. It's never a guarantee in any of this. But every time the 13 EMA crosses over VWAP, you normally get a pop. That's what I've noticed, and sometimes it's substantial. ABEO, no, too washy. FNJN, had this little pop. Look at this. Think I'm lying? Look, let's see. This happened. The 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. This was on the 22nd. So this was the day before. But look what happened. You got this crazy pop. you know. And then look, the stock stood above the 13 EMA the whole time, you know. And then VWAP broke above it for a second, but look, you got another pop. Then you get the wash, but look what's happened again. 13 EMA crosses over VWAP, you get a pop. You know, it's pretty crazy. And look, it crossed over again, you get a pop. Every time the 13 EMA crosses over VWAP on the 5-minute time frame, you get a pop. Next up, FOR. Oh man, my internet sucks ass. Let's see, I'll skip that. I'll come back to FOR. Yeah, look, it's acting weird. All right, Chug. Chug's another stock that had this crazy rip. You think I'm lying? Look what happens on the 5-minute time frame. And it happens on the 1, but I notice on the 5-minute, it really is sustainable when you see it on a 5-minute. When you see it happen on a 5-minute, you know it's like serious. And look, 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. You get this crazy move. I'm telling you, like 90% of the stocks I've studied, and I can, you know, I would have to do like a real statistical variable, but I mean literally just about every stock I see this happen with, there is a run. There's a run. The key is you want to catch it right when it's happening. So I'll share the scanner with you so that you can, you know, try it, give it a shot. And you know what? Take a 100 share position. Don't take a big position. You know, test it out. Give it a few days. See if it works out for you. You know, but it seems to work. Every time I see it, you get a pop. You know, this stock was just running. I mean, it's running crazy. And this is a stock that I've traded before. It does have big moves. Look, it's pretty much at is $13 is its resistance barrier. So I'll be looking to see if it can't break that 13. I'll be looking to short it. It'll be a great short. That'll be an easy short because, you know, you're risking 13, which is great. All right, let's keep going. So CRPB, nah, it's very choppy, even though it had some movement. ATRS, too choppy for me. But, you know, it's possible for, you know, you can get a move. Look, think I'm bullshitting? 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. Look at this. You got a pop. I'm not saying that it's going to sustain itself. You know, and here, look, it bounces, and then it came below it. But look, you get a pop. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to stay up. Look, right? It comes back down. It goes right back up. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You know, these are dog shit companies, but it works. You know, here's an example, another example where, you know, this one you got to be careful, right? So you got this pop, APRI. See, look, sideways consolidation, and you get that triangle, ascending triangle, pop, boom, and then it falls on everybody's higher day scanners. And this is the typical momentum play. This is the ones that I teach. Gap up, pull back. This is the bull flag pullback. So you know you're gonna get a second push. Generally, you get a second push up, pull back. Right, so once you get that second pullback, you get that last. This is your last entry. You get the last push and then the wash. This is textbook momentum. When the market starts slowing down, you're gonna see a lot of these plays. When a bear market comes, this is what you're gonna have to trade. You know, if you're a momentum trader, catch these, and you really want to catch them when they wash on the reversal. Now, is it gonna? You know, we can look. It's 98 cents. It's above it. So yeah, I'll be looking to short this if I can come Monday. You know, maybe you'll get another pop. Sometimes when you get these, you get multiple pops. Now, look what happens here though. You have to be careful because on the 5-minute time frame, where does it cross over? Does it cross over here? Oh, actually, yeah. Look, this is where it crossed over. Right here, 109. It crosses over. Boop. Oh no. I'm lying. Yeah, no. It does cross over right here. This is where the cross happens. And if you notice. And then it crosses here again. You get the pop. You gotta be careful though, cause look, it got that pop. You got that pop, and then oops, let me zoom out. Sorry guys. And then you know it crossed right back over. So you gotta be careful. You know, it doesn't guarantee it, but remember, if you see that pop and you notice this is happening on the 1 minute, you know, stay away. You know, in that instance, you may want to stay away. Just be careful. AKG, no. Crap. ETE, look at this crazy move. Now let's see if it happens here. All right, we're gonna zoom in. Let's zoom in here. Look, right here. Here's the crossover. 13 EMA over the VWAP on the 5-minute. Look at the run. Crazy. I mean, this was choppy though. This would have been a little scary because you know it does dip below the 13 EMA a couple of times for a second, but never below VWAP. Now your exit is when it dips below VWAP, but you see it didn't even get back to VWAP. It just stood above it, and pretty much the entire time was above the 13 EMA. Yo, I'm telling you guys, the key is to catch it though. You wanna, if you're gonna make that trade, you wanna catch it as close as the crossover as possible. So wherever it crosses, oops, sorry, let me zoom out. Wherever you see the cross, all right. So if the cross happens, you know, here, then VWAP is gonna be your exit. You know, so if it happens here and you catch it, and let's say you see the pullback, you know, but you see that it's still above the 13, still above VWAP, you can take your entry, risking VWAP. So this would have been, you know, I might have caught it here, and maybe I would have took it here, but if it comes down here, I might have stayed in just to say, hey, 1524 is my exit, and you know, if I see a dip below and goes back up, I'm gonna stay in because you know it's above, it's still above. The cross is still good, you know. As long as that cross stays current, you're good, and you could have rolled this up, you know. I mean, it had a wash, you know. Obviously, you know, it doesn't, but look. It just continues up, 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 up. So, you know, it's a pretty good indicator. All right, so we'll see what happens. So I'll come Monday. CLF had this crazy run. Let's look at this again. 13 EMA crosses over VWAP on the 5-minute time frame. Look, you got a pop. Doesn't mean you're not gonna get a wash, but look what happens, right? So it washes, right? And then look, you get another crossover, and then another pop. And then look what happened. It sustained itself for most of the time here. And it's still above VWAP. So, yeah, is it going to be on the watch list for Monday? Absolutely. It's going to be volatile. You know, ENLK. ENLK is another stock that, you know, held its highs. Look, here's another example. 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. I mean, you know, you know, the proof is in the indicator, you know. Oh, is it going to be on my watch list? That's the question. 1 million shares traded, you know, has a lot of volatility over the last 5 days. You know, oops, this stock is a new stock. You know, seems to be running up. We'll put it on there. There's no harm in putting a stock on a watch list, right? ARDX, no. CAMT, no. AKS, yes, this is my money stock. I'm definitely going to be looking to short this. Now let's see if it happened on AKS. Look, 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. You got a nice little move up. You know, you got a little head and shoulders pattern, so you got a wash. But look, if you notice, it's still above, so you may get a continuation up. We'll see. AUY, gold stock, you know, gold was up. You know, but here, let's see if it happened here. Look, right here, 13 EMA goes over VWAP, and it just runs. And I'm using this on the 5-minute time frame. I'm not gonna put on my watch. Let's see, maybe because this may be such a simple short. Let's see. It's had 3 green days. This is normally in the 230 range. You know, I don't know. It's too choppy. I don't know. I'm not gonna put it, but you can watch it. Maybe something you may want to trade. AKTS. Ah, shit. This shit is acting up again. Let's go right. ESTE. No way. CAR. Yeah, this is a stock that's been, you know, Avis has been going ham. And look, if you think I'm bullshitting, here's another example. 13 EMA crosses over VWAP. And look at it. Now here, you definitely get out because it's crossing below VWAP. It's crossing below the 13 EMA. You know, you don't know what's going to happen here. You know, so at this point, you got to be careful. But if you see another crossover here, like you see here, boom, and if you catch it, you can take a little trade on it, you know. And look what happens when it happens that second time. Let me zoom out. Sorry. When it happens here again, you know, it has a crazy run. And then look here, if this below, I'll definitely be out if it breaks below. But look, it has one more pop in it. Every time the 13 EMA crosses over VWAP, you get pops. You know, sometimes they last all day, sometimes they don't. You know. Oh, was that gonna be on my watch list? I guess that was the question, right? What was that? AB? No, it wasn't ABY. It was CAR. So yeah, I'll put it on the watch list. And then we got a couple of others. ESV. You know, it's moving, and I don't like it. It's too choppy. ABY. You know, had this crazy rip. Now look, if you think I'm lying, 13 EMA crosses over. Look at this. You got the crazy run right here in this candle is where it happened, this 5-minute time frame. You know, you see it have this move, and look, it just stays above the 13 EMA pretty much the whole day. So, you know, it's just another example. You know, it has a wash, and here, look, it washed, so it doesn't, you know, remember, you just take a piece of that, you know, don't go crazy, don't be greedy, take your little profit and run, you know. CGI, no way, ENT, no way, and then we have last two, BZUN, you know, I had this crazy move, look at right here, 13 EMA crosses, boom. I'm telling you, you know, and did it happen earlier? Right here it happened initially, but it came right below it, and then it came right above it again, and then, you know, it had a little pop that sustained itself, and it just pretty much stood that the whole way. You gotta be careful though when you do this. Don't say, oh, Omar, show me this, so that's a guarantee. You know, it's never a guarantee of anything, but usually when you get that, you get a sustained move. That's what I'm noticing when I'm studying the charts. All right, here again, look, 13 EMA crosses over VWAP, and you got this nice little move. All right, so now you're gonna say, Omar, this is fantastic. Oh, is this gonna be on the watch list? Yeah, I'll put it on the watch list, CPE, and I'm gonna put Hertz on my watch list too, even though it didn't pop here. And I'll give you a final you know, I'll post it to Twitter, my final watch list, but I'm gonna put those as there. All right, so now you're saying, all right, Omar, how do I build this? This is pretty cool. I want to back test it myself and see if it works. So here you go to scan. All right, I'll build it from scratch. Now what you got to do is you got to figure out a criteria, right, to find the stocks for, right? So you gotta, you know, so you can leave it the way it is now. You can add higher price stocks to it if you want. And then what I would do is, this is, let me pull it up actually, show you what my criteria is for that one. I called it exponential. I call it exponential moving average cross. So it's between 20 cents and $30. I put 300,000 share volume so I can catch them, and the change is up 1% from the open. That's it, and it's on a 5-minute time frame. So now what you want to do is you want to, so let's say I go let's say I just oops, I'm gonna just do this. I'll do a new one. I'll just grab one. I'm gonna go create scan. So you go to create scan query. I'm gonna click that. All right, so here, so you're gonna go to stock, you're gonna do last. Okay, you can do last, or you can even, yeah, you can do last, and you know, whatever criteria you want. So I'll do, you know, 20 cents, 20 cents and $30. Oops, sorry, it's so annoying, I know. I'm gonna say with 300,000 shares, just so I can catch them as it's happening, right? No max, and a change that's up 1%. Okay, no max. All right. So now this is the trick. So now, right, you give it a name, 13 EMA crosses VWAP. Right? That's what I'm gonna call it. 13 EMA crosses VWAP. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to, it says add study filter. And then you're gonna go down, you're gonna click on the drop down, you're gonna go to custom. When you go to custom, it says ADX crossover, you're gonna delete that. And then here where it says aggregation, you're gonna put 5 minutes because we want it on 5-minute time frame. Then we're gonna click add condition, and then we're gonna do I think it's study, and then we're gonna type exponential. So we're gonna say EXP, moving average exponential, and you're gonna type the third. Oops, ooh, sorry, we're gonna leave that 0. Sorry, we're gonna go to here where it says the 13 length. So you're gonna say 13 crosses above, right? Crosses above, or crosses. You can put crosses, so you can catch it. Actually, crosses above. So we want to see when it crosses above. Crosses above, all right. And then we're gonna say study, and you're gonna type VWAP. And you don't need to change anything here. All you're gonna do, say within 1 bar. You're gonna leave that because you want to catch it right when it's happening, right? And then you're gonna hit save. All right, and then you're gonna hit OK. All right, and once you do that, all right, here it is. You're just gonna hit save, and there you go. All right, now to load it, you just go back and you go to personal, and you just see it, 13 EMA crosses VWAP. You're gonna hit scan, and then it should pull up. Now the thing about this scanner, what kind of sucks is that it'll pull up. So you know, it'll pull up the scan, but those stocks will not stay there the whole day. So like when it refreshes, like those stocks remove itself. That's the crappy part. So then to load it, you just go to you go to your charts here. You go down, you click the little plus button, you click add gadget, and then you go to where it says what is it watch list? Yeah, watch list. And then when you go to watch list, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go to personal, and you're gonna look for the one you created, and there it is, 13 ray cross V. Now we don't have anything there, but Monday you'll see stocks. You gotta be watching that closely to see when stocks pop up on it, and then you know if it looks good, you take a long entry. All right, folks. So I hope you found that intro and interesting. Like, I'm gonna post this. Leave comments, guys. Show me some love, man. I'm doing this all for free, man. Show me some love. Spread the word, all right? So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Tonight, I'm excited. I'm going to Madison Square Garden. I'm gonna watch my favorite fight of all time, Fedor Emelianenko fight. So I'll catch you guys, all right, folks? Have a great weekend. Leave comments.